Okay. In unit 3, we learn about systems, LTS systems, filters like that. Okay. First of all, we will learn about system. Okay. First topic is system. What is called system? System is a process. Okay, where we give some input to a system, the system produce some output. So what I want to say, suppose any operation or a process is known as system. Okay, suppose if we give some input to this system, if we gives one, then if it produce one, okay, then we will say that this is nothing but the linear kind of system. We are giving one, we'll get the output as a one. If we give two, if we'll get output of this system as two, these are the linear kind of system. Okay. If we give the input to the system as 2 and we will get 2 square means 4. If we give 3 as the input to the system, if we get 3 square, that is 9 as the output, then we'll say this system is nothing but a quadratic in nature. Okay, quadratic in nature. This is linear in nature means. Okay, so like this, similarly, what is system? System is a process, okay, which performs some operation on the input and produce some output. That is called system. If we give 2 as the input, and if we get the output as a 2 cube, means 8. If we give 3 and if we get 3 cube 27 as output, then this is a cubic in nature. Okay, cubic in nature, this system. So what I'm saying, what is system? System is a process or device which takes some input and performs some operation on the input and produce some output. This is called system. So in definition, if I can write like this: a system is a process. System is a process that produce output signal. Okay, in response to an input signal. It produces, system is a process. Process means it performs some operation on the input signal. It's process that produces output signal in response to an input signal. If we want to show in the graphical form, if this is a system has some input. Okay, suppose xt, this is input signal. We know as this is excitation. Input also can say as a excitation, and it produces some output like yt. Yt is the output signal, and we can say this output as a response. Okay, so input system has some input and it produces some output. Okay, system is nothing but we can say some operation characteristics, like it may be addition, multiplication, shifting, anything. Okay, it perform on input and give some output. A system is a process that produces output in response to an input signal. Okay, so there are different classification has made based on the characteristics of the system, whether it is shifting or time invariant or linear or dynamic, static, causal, non-causal. Based on the characteristics of the system, we classify the system in different form. So those classification I will explain one by one. So let me give the first classification of this system, different classification of system. First classification is linear and non-linear system. I will explain one by one. Okay. Time variant, and time invariant system. Static and dynamic system. Causal and non-causal system. Invertible and non-invertible system. And sixth one is stable and unstable system. Okay. There are many more, but these six are very important. And I will going to explain one by one. These are very important. So classify what is system? System, I have said it is some operation or process, okay? Perform on input and it produce some output. That is called system. Okay, based on the characteristics of system, we have classified in six form. Their system may be a linear, maybe non-linear, time variant or time invariant, static or dynamic. I will explain one by one in next. Okay. So can I proceed to the next page?
1 minute, sir.
It's over. Let me know if you finished.
Yes, sir. Over.
So I'll explain this linear and non-linear system first. Okay. Linear means I already said linear means it is like a straight kind of thing. Okay. And quadratic means some square term will come or like that. Okay. So what is linear and non-linear systems? Basically, linear systems satisfy superposition principle. So what is called superposition principle? Superposition principle is that where two properties we will look at. One is additivity property, other one is homogeneity property. Okay. So what is additivity property? What is homogeneity property? I will explain one by one. So first of all, you write the definition of this linear systems, that a system is said to be linear when is satisfy superposition principle. Okay, you write a system. What is superposition principle? I will explain. A system is said to be linear when it satisfies superposition principle or properties. Okay, let me write principle. What is superposition principle? That is, it should satisfy two properties. Okay, satisfies additivity and homogeneity property. Homogeneity property. What I've said, linear systems are those systems which satisfy superposition principle, and superposition principle means it should satisfy additivity and homogeneity property. So what is additivity and what is homogeneity property? Let me explain. First of all, let me take two systems, because additivity, then I can explain the additivity case. Okay, let me take two systems whose input is x1 and x2 and whose output is y1 and y2. Okay, then I will explain the additivity very well. Then first you write that consider two systems with input x1t and x2t. Okay, and output as y1t and y2t. Okay, we have taken two systems. One has input x1 and output y1, and other has input x2 and output y2. Okay, then according to superposition principle, principles, what it says, a1 x1t plus a2 x2t is nothing but we can write as a1 t x1 t plus a2 t x2 of t. Okay, then we can write this as a1 y1 t plus a2 y2 t. This is in terms of equation. Okay, but you can understand these things when you relate with the block diagram. Okay, suppose this system, first system is nothing but for first one. Suppose if input is x1t and output is y1t. Okay, then this is a system, and which this t is nothing but is called transform. Okay, transformation of from x1 to y1. Okay, and in bracket we'll write the input signal. Okay, in bracket we'll write the input signal. So how we can write y1t can be write as t x1 of t. I have said that in transformation, in bracket we'll write the input case here, x1 of t. Okay, similarly, if we take the another system 2, which is input is x2 t. Okay, and output is y2 of t, then if this is the transformation, okay, then how we can write y2 we can write t of x2 of t. Okay, so Please let me know when you finish writing. Now we'll explain what is called the additivity, okay, principle with the block diagram. Then you can understand the thing, okay. And the homogeneity also I will explain in the next page. Please let me know when you finished writing. So here we have explained about the linearity system, linear system. What is linear system? Which system satisfy the superposition principle? Okay, superposition principle. What is called superposition principle? It examine whether the system is satisfy the additivity and homogeneity property. Okay. Now I am going to explain what is additivity and homogeneity property in the next page. First of all, you just remember these two things. One system has transfer function. One system has input x1t and output is y1t, right? And transfer function we can write like this: t bracket, in bracket we'll write the input signal. Okay. So y1 we can write t x1 t, and y2 we can write t x2 of t. Okay. Have you finished writing? So
Yes, sir.
Now what is called additivity? Additivity property. I have in the previous page I have shown with the two input signal. What is additive property? With the same system, if we add or sum both the signal, like x1 of t plus x2 of t, okay, then what additive property says? Additive property says the output will be transfer function of x1 of t and x2 of t we can write, or additivity property says then we can break the each of the input signal, like t x1 of t plus t x2 of t. So after that we can write this thing as a y1 of t plus this is y2 of t. Okay. So what is additivity property says? That addition, if we sum up the two input signal, two signal and pass to the system, and if we get the output addition of the individual output of the same system, then that is those condition is called additivity property. Okay, or it satisfy the additivity property, that we can say. Okay, if we sum up the signal as an input, if we get the sum of individual signal output of some of the individual signal, then we will say that those those sum of the those systems are additivity property satisfy. Okay, like if we, what is called then homogeneity property. Okay, this is what is called homogeneity property. Additivity property, what will do? We do sum of the or addition of the two signal. If we multiply the any signal with a constant a, and we will take any signal xt, it may be x1, x2, x3, x4, anything. I have taken xt as an input, but in homogeneity we have multiply. I have multiplied a in extra. Okay, if we multiply a constant time with the input signal, what will be the output then? Then we'll write a t as a xt. Okay, in homogeneity property says that we can, in this case or in such homogeneity property, if a is a constant, we can take it at outside of the transfer function. Then this is, we can write xt. This thing we can write yt. Okay. So homogeneity property says if we multiply a constant with the xt, in output also we'll multiply the same constant with the output of the system. Okay. So these two cases you should remember, that what is called additivity property and what is called homogeneity property.
Sir, can you once again explain the homogeneity property, sir?
In homogeneity property, you can see that I have taken any signal, okay? Any signal xt. It may be x1, x2, x3, x4, any signal, okay? Homogeneity property says if we multiply a constant with the input signal, homogeneity property says same constant should be multiplied with the output of the system. But in the previous, you can write like this: a system is given xt, whose output is yt. Okay, this is a standard system, or standard system. You can say that a system xt has output yt. Okay, if we multiply a constant with xt, then homogeneity property said though that constant should be multiplied at the output of the system, that is a into yt. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So these two cases you should remember, or you should understand very well, very nicely. If you have any doubt, you should clear, because in problem, in exam, most of the problem has come based on this linearity or this additivity and homogeneity property. Most of the problem says check the following system whether they are linear or non-linear. Okay, if you know these two property, then only you can solve the problem. So now I'll give some example, and if you solve when I solve the example, your concept will be more clear. Okay, so write some problem. Examine the following system are linear or non-linear. Okay, or linear, or what is called non-linear system? A system which does not satisfy the superposition principle. Okay, those systems are called non-linear system. You should know non-linear. Okay, one is y of t equal to x square of t. Two is y of n equal to a x of n plus b. 3 is y of t equal to t by dt x of t. 4 is y of t equal to t x of t. Okay, so when I'll solve this problem, then your concept will be clear. Okay, how you can say a system is linear or non-linear. What is linear system? A system which satisfies additivity and homogeneity property. Okay, so let me solve a first one. Yt equal to x square t. Okay, so what is linear system? A system which satisfies superposition principle, or which satisfies additivity and homogeneity property. So I will verify this system here. What is in this equation? What you can understand from this equation, that a signal is given xt and yt as a system. Okay, here this system is nothing but, this is a system where input is xt. That you should know. That input is xt. What is output? Output is yt. Okay, but relation between this xt and yt, or you can say the process of the operation of system, or what system does, system make means square of the input signal. What is yt? Yt is nothing but square of xt. Okay, that thing you should know. Here xt is the input, yt is output, and system makes square of the input signal. Okay, so how we can check whether this system is linear or non-linear? First of all, you should check the additivity property, additivity property. Okay, In additivity property, what we'll do, we'll take two signal. We'll take two signal to verify, to examine the system is linear or non-linear. First of all, we'll take x1 t as the input. Then what will be the output? Can anybody say? Output will be x1 square t, is not it? If x1 is the input, output will be x1 square. That is nothing but y1 t. What I am saying, I will take two signal as the input, two different signal, x1 and x2. Why we will take two different? Because then only we can verify the additivity property. Let me take x2 of t as the input. For the same system, what will be the output? Output will be x2 square of t. And we can write this is y2 t. Okay. So additivity property says if we sum up the signal x1 of t and x2 of t and pass through same system, what will be the output? If we sum both the signal as the input, and what will be the output then? Output will be x1 of t plus x2 of t whole square. Is it clear? Then break this one, x1 square t plus x2 square t plus twice x1 t plus x2 of t. Okay. But what additivity property says? You should know very well what additivity property says. If we sum up the signal and passes to the system, the output should be also sum of the output of individual system. Okay. But if we look this problem, it is not equal y1 t plus y2 of t, because y1 t is x square t and y2 t is x2 of t. But here extra more term is there, twice x1 t x2 of t. Okay, that's why it's not equal y1 t plus y2 of t. That's why, since it does not satisfy the additivity property, so we can say the given system is not non-linear. Okay, the given system is non-linear. Okay, since it's does not satisfy the additivity property, so we are not going to satisfy the homogeneity property, because at the initial property, that is additivity property only, it fails. Okay, if both the properties satisfy, then only we can say that is linear, but in first case only it is failed. That's why we can say this system is a non-linear system. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Class, please take the attendance. Only 5 minutes are left.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Let me solve the second problem. That is y of n equal to a x of n plus b. Okay. How we can solve? First of all, we should check the additivity property.
Sir, once can you go to the previous slide? Or is it 1 minute, sir?
Let me know when you finished.